Hey, welcome to the channel, Driven to Compete, and I'm doing a 36,000 mile update on a 2017 Subaru WRX. It's been my personal driver, daily driver, for 36,500 miles, and I've had it for approximately 2 years. So here's the update on where we're at. As you can see, it's a premium. I didn't order it, I didn't need leather, so I got a premium with upgraded audio, upgraded touchscreen, and let me just show you here, upgraded audio. It's got the Harman Kardon system in it with the upgraded audio touchscreen. And you know, a couple things, you know, if you want the armrest, you have to pay for the option to get the armrest that lifts up, so that you can rest your shoulders or elbows, excuse me. But you know, first impressions, likes, don't likes. Well, one of the first things I did when I bought the car, because I intended to hold on to it, is I did a clear brawl on the car, and I did a clear brawl across here. I did the mirrors, I did the bottom here. Basically, I did all this the whole way around. This is all completely covered as well, whole way back. And the kit had a clear there as well, and then I did behind. Well, as you can see, there are mud flaps. Well, I added the rally armors because, quite frankly, I was getting stone chips. I was getting stone chips in here all over the place, up through here. So I put those on. It helped. I'm not going to say that it completely stopped it, but it did help, along with the clear brawl. And the other thing I did that I've had issues with is right here. And I know some of you watching are going to say, oh, it's driver error. Let me tell you, trying to go through the bank drive-through constantly, there is no protection from catching a curb or an edge. And if you go on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, you're going to find that I'm not the only poor guy that has scratched wheels. Apparently, it's prevalent everywhere because there's a lot of guys that have their factory wheels for sale locally here, and I'm in PA, and I got to tell you, they suck. So I'm not real a fan of that. I'll tell you another thing I'm not a fan of is with the WRX. Here you go. Let's try to open up the... Oh! There is no place to open up remotely without using your keyless remote or a button inside. So, not a fan of that either. I gotta tell you, the biggest thing that I didn't care for, and I'm hitting it with all the negatives. And for you Subaru folks out there, I apologize. This was my first Subaru, and you know, it's going to be my last one. I will tell you that the pros, it handles like it's on rails. You know, the all-wheel drive system, phenomenal. You know, traction has been fairly decent in the car. I did put a thing out on the tires. I wasn't a fan of the tires I put on it for performance snow, all season in the snow, but other than that, you know, positives, it does what it's supposed to do. Stiff suspension, handles like it's on rails. But, you know, the negatives are the ride. For a daily driver, the ride sucks. For a daily driver, you know, coupled with the creature comforts like I pointed out, I'm not a fan of not having. There's the release. If you want to release your trunk, you have to use the button or the remote. But here's the other thing. I'm going to put my key in here, and I'm going to start this for you. This has been my biggest complaint with my Subaru. See that? See that? See that? Yeah, it's continuously had issues. I will pull the code, and it will tell you that it's a voltage issue to the temperature. And if you look here, temperature's working, not working. Go back. It has an issue with it continuously has problems, and it's left me set. I've had issues where it's left me set 3 times now, and it has just gone out of warranty, and I'm trading it today. I'm going back to the one car I probably should have bought back in 17 the first time around. I'm going to a GTI from Volkswagen. And I know that there's a lot of pros and cons to that vehicle as well. I gotta tell you, the connectivity to your phone and how it connects to your radio, I'm not a fan of the Subaru system. There's better out there. I have a Mustang, and I know people complain about the sync. I think the sync works better than the Subaru system does as well. Volkswagen really has it figured out. I got to give them kudos to that. Ride is another reason I'm going back to Volkswagen. The ride is so much nicer in the GTI. And then I got to tell you, the last part of it's fuel mileage. I commute highway. Obviously, if I've got 36,000 miles in 2 years, I commute highway. And I got to tell you, I have not been able to get this car to do better than 26 miles a gallon. I don't care if I set the cruise at 70, I set the cruise at 80. I can't get the car to provide me with any real fuel mileage. The dealer tells me that standard fuel mileage for these vehicles. So, you know, here I am, getting ready to leave to head to the dealer to pick up my new GTI. And my comments to you are going to be this: if you want something that handles well and is all-wheel drive in a compact segment, this is pretty much your only option. To step up to this, you're going to an STI, which rides even worse, or a Golf R, and you know, both of which are at the next price level. I personally did not want to buy something in that price range, having to drive it every day and put the miles on it that I do. So realistically, you have in this price range WRX, GTI, SI Civic, or Focus ST. Focus ST was smaller inside. From a seating standpoint, I got 2 kids. I needed something with a little bit more leg room and in the back. So that crossed that one out. And the SI, quite honestly, I just wasn't feeling it. The styling, I didn't feel like there was 200 horses on tap like they claimed. Just wasn't feeling it. So I'm back. I'm off to pick up a GTI. And like I said, Subaru, very disappointed with the quality. I should not have been left stranded 3 times. I should not have issues with the car like I'm having. Just a disappointment. I will be putting a video out after I pick my GTI up and I've had a chance to drive it for a little while and give you my input on that car. But for right now, I appreciate the input. Watch the videos, subscribe, and check back. Thanks.